Yeah, I need something.
Right. Welcome everybody to the City of Joliet Pre-Council meeting. Monday, November 19th, 5:30, proceeded by our President, Mayor, Robert Odekirk.
We'll begin with roll call. Mayor Odekirk.
Here.
Councilman Dickinson.
Here.
Councilwoman Gavin.
Here.
Councilman Girl.
Here.
Councilman Hug.
Here.
Councilman Morris.
Here.
Councilman Mudrin.
Here.
Councilwoman Quillman. Here. Councilman Turk.
Here.
First this evening is citizens to be heard on agenda items. Is there anyone present that would like to speak on an agenda item this evening? Seeing none, we'll pass it to the interim city manager to discuss tomorrow night's agenda items.
Okay, I'm going to run through the agenda for tomorrow. Finance, land use and legislative, prison and public service will provide their reports. There are 3 items on the consent agenda: approval of minutes, invoices paid report, and position vacancies. 2 public hearings. The first is annexation of 2.72 acres located north of 921 East Washington Street in classification to I-1. This is city-owned property. The city purchased the parcel in the summer, and the parcel was utilized to complete the Washington Street Stream Bank Stabilization Project, which was a project to reduce sediment and nutrient load into the Hickory Creek watershed. The second public hearing are 2 matters associated with the Audubon Country Club: a resolution approving the 7th Amendment to the Annexation Agreement, and a resolution approving the 5th Amendment to the Master Development Plan. This amendment would allow the Audubon to expand its go-kart and open it up to the public during certain hours, and it's my understanding that the expansion will make it one of the longest and with the most elevation outdoor go-kart track in the Midwest. So at this time, I'm going to invite Tim O'Donnell and Mark Basso to the podium for a brief presentation.
Thanks. I'd like to thank the council for having us out here, and very excited about this next development, Audubon. We're entering our 15th year of operation now, so we're all getting younger. So the club has been continuing to grow. We've got over 440 members now, and this is a really neat way, we think, to expose Audubon to the next generation of racers, to get these young karting families out to Audubon and obviously out to the city of Joliet and expand the facility from there. So we have this neat video that, if you wouldn't mind, we'd like to show everyone. Tim.
Hi, I'm Bobby Rayall, a longtime member of Audubon Country Club and now of the club's building committee. And we have worked closely with the Audubon board and the management team in developing a strategic plan focused on several key areas vital to the member experience, the future growth, and the long-term health of our club. What an exciting time for the Audubon Country Club. Build Audubon is the master plan to reinvent our club and to make Audubon the premier motorsports destination in the Midwest. The plan is comprised of 3 phases. Phase 1 is focused on renovating the current member building and expanding the kart track. City sewer and water will also be extended to these areas to better serve the members. Phase 2 is focused on developing a family zone for family activities. And Phase 3 is focused on a new clubhouse building designed for the members and their guests. Phase 1 is very exciting and addresses short-term needs while capturing additional revenue sources which will benefit the club and its members. The renovation of our current member building addresses space limitations, particularly in the bar and lounge area, and should hold us over until a new clubhouse is built. Dan Wolfile, our design architect, has prepared a rendering of the renovated member building. Phase 1 has already begun, and the major work on the member building renovation and kart track extension will begin shortly. The existing kart track needs to be enhanced and the surrounding area improved in order to maximize its potential. This area is an important additional source of revenue designed to benefit the club and its members, increase family participation, and serve as a ladder system to club membership. The enhanced car facility will be accessible to club members in the same manner as it is currently enjoyed, while with an expanded and exciting track configuration featuring elevation changes. To further enhance revenues, the plan is to provide for concession carting open to the public during set times. The car facility will be separated from the club property with fencing and gates, and access to the club grounds from the kart facility will be restricted. I have no doubt the new kart track will be nothing short of exhilarating. Phase 2 is a key element of the Build Audubon plan and is designed to make the club more appealing to the entire family by creating a safe family zone area. Although no details have been finalized, the intention is to include a covered patio gazebo structure, a playground area, walking paths, and perhaps a remote control car track and a splash area. A member survey generated by the building committee will be going out to all club members. I strongly encourage you to complete the survey as the building committee can receive your valuable feedback. The new clubhouse building is another important element for Audubon's future and is part of the third phase of the Build Audubon plan. Like the family zone area, no details have been finalized, but the expectation is that the new clubhouse will provide better amenities to the club members and their guests. The Audubon team and the building committee will continue to work closely to make sure that the new clubhouse is done right and in a financially prudent manner. Your feedback to the building committee will be crucial and is welcomed. Please email the building committee at buildaudubon@gmail.com. The Phase 1 renovation will be helpful because the building will be repurposed for outside use. Auto manufacturers, car clubs, circuit renters, and others will be allowed to utilize the entire building and its improved areas without interfering with club members. This too should result in additional revenue opportunities for the club. If all goes according to plan, the renovation will be done before the 2019 season begins, and the kart track extension will be done sometime next summer. The three-phased approach has been carefully considered. The phased approach will help with the plan's successful execution. The Audubon team and the building committee have been working hard to develop the Build Audubon plan. Audubon is such a unique facility that appeals to a broad range of car enthusiasts and racers alike, and this plan will help bring Audubon Country Club to a new level. These enhancements will truly make Audubon the premier motorsports destination in the Midwest. Needless to say, I'm in full support, and I look forward to seeing Audubon achieve its vision. So let's all work together to make Build Audubon a success.
Thank you very much. Certainly want to thank the mayor and the council for all the support over the years, and obviously we're very thankful to be part of the city of Joliet as well. So.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next under ordinances, 59518, ordinance approving the vacation of an unused portion of an alley adjacent to 812 Plainfield Road and accepting the dedication of a portion of an alley. This ordinance vacates a portion of an unused alley behind Joe's Hot Dog in exchange for the payment of the appraised value of $3,600. During this process, it was also discovered that a small portion of land utilized by our alley is actually privately owned. So the city is actually going to accept a dedication of this small parcel at a cost of $360. So there's going to be a net payment upon approval of this to the city for $3,240. Council Memo 596-18, ordinance approving the vacation of a 66-foot by 214-foot portion of Benton Street. The adjacent business owns both sides of the right-of-way. This will be, upon approval, the exchange of $14,125, which is the appraised value. Next is ordinance, or Council Memo 597-18, ordinance approving the vacation of a portion of Old Richard Street. This matter was originally on the council agenda in February. Just want you to recall that the estimated cost to replace the bridge was in excess of $2 million, and it serves one parcel that is in the city, one parcel that is not in the city, and one vacant parcel that is not in the city. The expenditure of $2+ million to serve one parcel in the city doesn't serve the public interest And there already is litigation on this matter, so be mindful on this if you make any public comments. Next is Council Memo 598-18, ordinance approving preliminary plat of Silver Leaf Unit 4 re-subdivision. Ordinance approving the recording plat of Silver Leaf Unit 4 re-subdivision. The applicant has requested this amendment to accommodate D.R. Horton's building footprints for their townhomes. And just for your information, our planner reached out to the applicant who indicated the townhome units will be sold to individuals. Council Memo 599-18, ordinance approving the final plat of Ashford Place Unit 2 subdivision. This approval will allow continued residential development in the subdivision for 123 current unrecorded lots, and the builder at this point is unknown. Council Memo 600-18, ordinance approving the final plat of Whisper Glen Unit 2 subdivision. This approval will allow continued residential development in this subdivision for 118 current unrecorded lots, and again, with the other project, the builder is unknown. The next, Council Memo 601-18 is going to be pulled. The next 602-18, ordinance approving a variation of use to allow the continuation of a 2-unit at 1202 Dearborn Street. For your information, no one spoke in opposition at the zoning board meeting.
Mayor? Yes. Murray, I had a quick question. On the 2 items where you said the builder's unknown.
Yes.
Builder is unknown because they haven't chosen one, or they have one and they want to keep it secret?
You know what, I don't know.
Can we find out?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Mayor, members of council, I believe the builders are indeed unknown. This is just an exercise by the investor to get the lots platted, and then they will go out and market it to a builder.
Thank you, Kendall. Thank you, Mayor.
The next 603-18, ordinance approving a special use permit to allow a truck wash facility in a B3 general business zoning district located at 2421 South Chicago. This will be an external truck washing similar to the Blue Beacon Truck Wash in Moni. Council Memo 604-18, ordinance approving variation of use to allow outdoor storage as an accessory use for existing tenants located at 2601 Cities Ed Drive. This property is located off Route 6. No one appeared at the Zoning Board of Appeals public hearing for this. Next is 605-18. Ordinance approving a variation of use to allow an RB restricted business use in a B2 central business zoning district located at 2903 Colorado Ave. And ordinance approving a special use permit to allow the relocation of a medical cannabis dispensary located at 2903 Colorado Ave. The surrounding property owners within 600 feet were notified, and there was no opposition at the zoning board meeting. The medical cannabis dispensary is currently located at 1627 Rock Creek Boulevard. We did check the police calls over the past 3 years. There was a report of a battery, but really nothing of note, except maybe from false alarms. The special use is for a medical cannabis dispensary. If the use changes other than a medical cannabis dispensary, the applicant would need to reapply to the city for an amended special use. Council Memo 606-18, ordinance declaring 1106 Fawn Lily Circle and 912 Hadelman Avenue as public nuisances. Under resolutions, 609-18, resolution authorizing city manager to enter into a para-transit local share agreement with PACE and to apply for grant funds available under Title 20 of the Social Security Act. This is a yearly agreement with PACE to provide paratransit services for persons with disabilities and persons 60+ who cannot drive. Council Memo 610-18, resolution authorizing transfer of vacant surplus real estate at 259 Duncan Street to the adjoining property owner for $3,800, the appraised value. Council Memo 611-18, resolution approving the First Amendment to a lease agreement with Chicago SMSA Limited Partnership, DBA Verizon Wireless. This First Amendment will extend the lease for Verizon to install wireless, to continue to have wireless telecommunications equipment on the city's monopole, and it also increases the amount of rent. Next is Resolution Council Memo 612-18, resolution amending Resolution 5796, authorizing city manager to enter into a lease agreement and agreement with John G.
Georgiousis?
Georgiousis?
Yeah,
Georgosis.
Thank you.
thank you. For a coffee shop at the Joliet Gateway Transportation Center. The original lease set the rent at $500 a month. The revised lease brings the lease amount more into alignment with the downtown rental market at $200 a month. It's worth noting that the Trino Cafe has been an excellent tenant to the city, and hopefully word will spread of its existence. It's a nice addition to the Gateway Transportation Center.